What if I told you that the way you've been taking showers for decades could be putting your life at risk tonight? Picture this moment that happens in homes across America every single evening. A loving grandmother finishes her day, heads to the bathroom for her nightly shower, turns on the water just the way she always has, and steps in completely unaware that this simple routine could trigger a stroke within hours. She's not alone. Millions of us over 60 follow the same innocent habits every day, never knowing that our brain doctors are quietly alarmed by what we're doing behind closed doors. The truth is, there's a hidden danger lurking in something so ordinary, so automatic that we never question it. Here's what no one wants to admit about getting older. Our bodies change in ways that turn harmless daily routines into silent threats, and the medical community has been learning some shocking truths about how the simplest choices can mean the difference between waking up healthy or facing a life-changing emergency. In the next few minutes, I'm going to share what brain doctors are discovering about shower habits that could save your life or the life of someone you love. What I'm about to reveal will change how you think about something you do every single day, and it might be the most important few minutes you spend today. Number 1. Dangerous bathing habits. There's a moment that happens in bathrooms across America every night, and it's terrifying doctors who understand what's really going on. You turn on the shower after a long day, the water feels perfect, and you have no idea that in the next few minutes, your brain could be fighting for its life. Let me paint you a picture that might feel uncomfortably familiar. It's 10 at night, and Margaret from Ohio has just finished her evening routine. She's tired, maybe a little stressed from the day, and all she wants is a nice hot shower before bed. She steps into her bathroom, which is always a bit chilly, turns the water as hot as she can stand it, and settles in for a long, relaxing soak. What Margaret doesn't know is that her body is about to go through a cardiovascular crisis that could change everything. The cold air hits her skin, then the scalding water shocks her system, and her blood vessels start contracting and expanding like a twisted garden hose. Her blood pressure spikes, her heart races, and somewhere in her brain, a tiny vessel might be reaching its breaking point. Here's what's happening inside your body during these seemingly innocent moments. When you shower late at night, especially in a cold bathroom, your blood vessels go into emergency mode. They contract sharply to protect you from the temperature shock, but this forces your heart to work overtime pumping blood through these narrowed pathways. For those of us over 60, our arteries have already lost some of their flexibility over the years. They're not as forgiving as they used to be. That cold morning shower you think is invigorating. It's actually putting tremendous strain on your cardiovascular system, potentially creating the perfect conditions for a clot to form and travel straight to your brain. And those long, steamy hot showers that feel so therapeutic. They're causing your blood vessels to expand so much that your blood pressure can drop dangerously low, cutting off the steady flow of oxygen your brain desperately needs. But perhaps the most dangerous habit of all is showering right after you've eaten, taken medication, or exercised. Picture this. You've just finished a hearty dinner. Your body is working hard to digest that meal, sending blood to your stomach and intestines. Then you decide it's the perfect time for a shower. The heat from the water starts redirecting blood flow to your skin, creating a tug-of-war inside your body. Your brain, which should be getting a steady supply of oxygen-rich blood, suddenly finds itself competing with your digestive system and your skin. It's like trying to water 3 gardens with one hose. Something has to give, and too often it's your brain that suffers. The signs are there, but we've been taught to ignore them. That little dizzy spell before you shower, the slight headache that's been nagging at you all day, the unusual fatigue that makes you want to lean against the shower wall. These aren't just signs that you need rest. They're warning signals from your cardiovascular system, red flags that your brain is already struggling to get what it needs. When you ignore these symptoms and subject your body to the stress of temperature changes and blood flow shifts, you're essentially playing Russian roulette with your life. Here's what you can do starting tonight to protect yourself. First, timing is everything. Wait at least 30 to 60 minutes after eating, exercising, or taking medication before you shower. Give your body time to handle one challenge before you present it with another. If you must shower at night, warm up your bathroom first. Turn on a space heater, close the door. Let the room reach a comfortable temperature before you even think about turning on the water. When you do shower, start with warm water, not hot, not cold. Let your body adjust gradually. And here's something most people never think about. Drink a glass of water 15 to 20 minutes before you shower. When you're dehydrated, your blood becomes thicker, stickier, more likely to form dangerous clots. That simple glass of water could be the difference between a refreshing shower and a medical emergency. Keep your showers short and sweet, 10 minutes maximum. Your skin doesn't need longer and your cardiovascular system will thank you. At the end of your shower, gradually cool the water down just a bit. Not shocking cold, just slightly cooler than what you started with. This helps your blood vessels adjust slowly instead of snapping back into crisis mode. And always listen to your body. If you feel dizzy, nauseous, or unusually tired, get out immediately. Sit down, breathe deeply, and wait until you feel completely normal before you continue with your routine. What breaks my heart is thinking about all the people who have no idea they're putting themselves at risk with something as simple as taking a shower. But now you know, and knowledge is power when it comes to protecting your health and your future. Number 2, walking and associated risks. Walking is supposed to be the safest exercise in the world. So, why are emergency rooms seeing more stroke patients who are simply taking their daily walk? Every morning at sunrise, millions of Americans over 60 lace up their sneakers and head out for their daily walk, believing they're doing everything right for their health. And they are, mostly. But what they don't realize is that small choices about when, how, and where they walk can turn this life-giving exercise into a hidden danger. Take Robert, a 72-year-old retired teacher from Arizona. Every day after lunch, he takes what he calls his digestion walk around the neighborhood. He's been doing it for years, proud of his commitment to staying active. What Robert doesn't know is that every step he takes right after eating is creating a dangerous competition inside his body, one that his brain might lose. The truth is, your body can only do so many things well at once, especially as we get older. When you've just finished a meal, your digestive system is calling for backup, demanding that blood flow to your stomach and intestines to break down and absorb all those nutrients. It's serious work that requires serious resources. Now imagine throwing a walk into the mix. Suddenly, your muscles are shouting for oxygen and blood flow too. Your heart is trying to serve two masters, and something has to give. Too often, it's your brain that gets shortchanged, receiving less oxygen than it needs to function properly. That's when dizziness strikes, when people stumble, when the unthinkable happens. But timing isn't the only danger lurking in your daily walk. Let's talk about something that might surprise you: the way you hold your body as you walk. Picture the typical posture of someone our age taking a stroll. Shoulders hunched forward, arms hanging stiffly at their sides, head tilted down watching for cracks in the sidewalk. It looks harmless, even careful, but this posture is quietly suffocating your brain. When you walk hunched over, you're compressing the very pathways that carry life-giving oxygen to your brain. Your blood vessels get squeezed, your breathing becomes shallow, and your brain starts working on reduced power. Studies have shown that people who walk with proper posture, shoulders back, arms swinging naturally, head held high, have significantly better blood flow to their brains. It's not just about looking confident. It's about keeping your brain alive and thriving. Weather adds another layer of risk that most people never consider. That invigorating morning walk when it's 98 degrees outside. Your blood vessels are expanding so much to cool your body that your blood pressure can drop dangerously low. Your heart races trying to compensate, and dehydration sets in faster than you realize. On the flip side, that brisk winter walk that makes you feel so alive. The cold is causing your blood vessels to constrict, forcing your heart to pump harder against increased resistance. Your blood pressure spikes, and if you have any weak spots in your arteries, this could be the moment they give way. Then there's the terrain itself, that challenging hill that makes you feel accomplished, that uneven trail that keeps things interesting. These aren't just tests of your fitness. They're stress tests for your entire cardiovascular system, pushing your blood pressure higher with every challenging step. The solution isn't to stop walking, it's to walk smarter. First, respect the timing. Wait at least 45 minutes to an hour after eating before you take that walk. Give your body time to handle digestion before you ask it to power your muscles too. If you take medications that affect your blood pressure or heart rate, talk to your doctor about the best time to walk in relation to when you take your pills. Some medications work better with exercise. Others need time to settle in first. Transform your posture and transform your brain health. Stand tall. Imagine a string pulling you up from the crown of your head. Keep your shoulders relaxed but back. Let your arms swing naturally at your sides. Look ahead, not down at your feet. Your peripheral vision is perfectly capable of helping you avoid obstacles while your brain gets the oxygen it deserves. Start every walk with 5 minutes at a gentle pace, letting your cardiovascular system wake up gradually. End with 5 minutes of slow walking too, giving your body time to cool down properly. Check the weather, and I mean really check it. If it's above 95 degrees, walk indoors or wait for evening. If it's below freezing, either bundle up properly or find an indoor alternative. Your brain doesn't care about your walking streak if that streak ends in a stroke. Choose your route wisely. Flat, even surfaces are your friend. Save the hills and challenging terrain for days when you're feeling particularly strong, and never tackle them alone. Most importantly, hydrate before, during, and after your walk. That glass of water before you head out could prevent your blood from becoming thick and sticky. The few sips during your walk keep everything flowing smoothly. And the water when you return helps your body recover and reset. These aren't just good habits, they're life-saving practices that honor both your commitment to health and your brain's need for protection. Number 3, sedentary behaviors and sitting posture. Right now, as you're watching this, you might be unknowingly setting the stage for a stroke, and it has nothing to do with what you're eating or how much you exercise. Let me describe a scene that plays out in millions of homes every single day. It's 3 in the afternoon, and Helen is settled into her favorite armchair, the one with the soft cushions that seem to swallow her up. She's been there since lunch, maybe longer, catching up on her shows, reading, or just enjoying the quiet. Her left leg is tucked underneath her, the way it always is because it feels comfortable. Her right leg is crossed over, ankle resting on her knee. She's leaning slightly to the right because that's where the lamp casts the best light. It's a picture of relaxation, of well-deserved rest. But inside Helen's body, something dangerous is happening. Blood is pooling in her legs like water collecting in a blocked drain. Her circulation is slowing down, thickening, creating the perfect conditions for a clot to form. And the worst part, she has no idea. This is the hidden crisis of our generation. We've been told to stay active, to eat right, to take our medications, but nobody talks about the silent killer that strikes while we're just sitting, just resting, just being. For those of us over 60, our blood doesn't flow like it used to. Our heart doesn't pump with the same vigor. Our blood vessels have lost some of their elasticity. These changes are natural, part of life, but they make us vulnerable in ways we never imagined. When we sit for hours without moving, especially in positions that compress our blood vessels, we're essentially creating dams in our circulation. The blood that should be flowing freely back to our heart and brain starts to pool, starts to thicken, starts to clot. That comfortable position with your legs crossed, it's not just cutting off circulation to your foot, making it tingle and go numb. It's compressing the major veins that carry blood back from your legs to your heart. Your blood pressure rises slightly as your heart works harder to push blood through these compressed pathways. It seems so minor, so harmless, but over hours, over days, over months of this habit, you're creating the perfect storm for a clot to form in your leg and travel straight to your brain. The way you're leaning in your chair, favoring one side because it's more comfortable, is creating pressure points that further compromise your circulation. That soft, squishy chair that feels so welcoming is actually working against you, failing to support your spine properly and encouraging the kind of slouched posture that compresses blood vessels and restricts breathing. But here's what makes this even more dangerous: the temperature of the room where you're sitting. That slightly chilly living room where you need a sweater, or that spot by the air conditioning vent that gives you a little chill, is causing your blood vessels to constrict even more. Cold environments make your blood thicker, stickier, more prone to clotting. It's like your body is working against itself, the cold making your blood sluggish just when you need it flowing freely to counteract the effects of sitting still. The good news is that small changes can make a huge difference, and you can start implementing them right now. Every 30 minutes, and I mean every 30 minutes, you need to stand up and move. It doesn't have to be a marathon. Just stand, take a few steps, maybe walk to the kitchen for a glass of water or to the window to look outside. This simple movement breaks up the blood pooling in your legs and gets everything flowing again. Set a timer if you have to. Your life is worth the interruption to your show or your reading. Change your sitting position regularly. Uncross those legs, put both feet flat on the floor, sit up straight with your shoulders back. If you must cross your legs, switch which one is on top every few minutes, and never stay in that position for more than 10 or 15 minutes at a time. Use cushions to support the natural curve of your lower back. This isn't about comfort, though it will be more comfortable. It's about maintaining the proper alignment that allows your blood to flow freely through all the pathways it needs to reach your brain. Consider your chair like you would consider a medication. Is it helping or hurting your health? A chair that's too low forces you to slouch, compressing your abdomen and restricting blood flow. A chair that's too soft lacks the support your spine needs to maintain good posture. The ideal chair supports the natural curve of your back, allows your feet to rest flat on the floor, and keeps your hips slightly higher than your knees. If your current favorite chair doesn't meet these requirements, it might be time to make a change. Pay attention to temperature and drafts. If you're sitting in a cold spot, move to a warmer area or add layers of clothing. Your circulation will thank you. Keep a light blanket nearby, not just for comfort but for maintaining the kind of body temperature that keeps your blood flowing smoothly. Stay hydrated while you sit. Keep a water bottle or glass nearby and take regular sips. Dehydration makes your blood thicker and more likely to clot, especially when combined with prolonged sitting. These might seem like small adjustments, almost insignificant compared to the major lifestyle changes we often think about when it comes to health. But the truth is, it's often these small, consistent habits that make the difference between aging gracefully and facing a medical crisis. Every time you stand up and move, every time you change position, every time you choose the healthier way to sit, you're choosing to protect your brain and preserve your independence for years to come. When we started this conversation, I asked you to imagine how a simple shower could change everything. Now you know the truth that doctors are just beginning to understand. The habits we've trusted for decades, the routines that feel as natural as breathing, can quietly put our lives at risk. But here's what fills me with hope. Every single risk we've talked about today has a simple solution. You don't need expensive treatments or complicated procedures. You don't need to give up the activities you love. You just need to make small, thoughtful changes that honor both your independence and your brain's need for protection. Think about tomorrow morning. When you wake up, you'll have the power to choose differently, to wait that extra hour after breakfast before your walk, to stand up and stretch every 30 minutes instead of staying settled in your favorite chair, to turn on a space heater before your evening shower. These aren't just health tips. They're acts of self-respect, ways of saying that your life, your future, your time with the people you love all matter deeply. You've lived through decades of challenges and changes. You've adapted, you've grown, you've found ways to thrive. This is just one more adaptation, one more way to take control of your health and your destiny. The best part: you can start right now today, with the very next choice you make. Which of these lessons spoke to your heart today? Was it learning about the dangers hiding in your daily shower, or discovering how the way you sit could be affecting your brain? If this information could help someone you care about, please share it with them. Leave a comment about which change you're going to make first. Your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear. Next week, we'll explore another hidden health risk that's probably right in your kitchen. Until then, be kind to yourself, trust your wisdom, and remember that small changes can create the biggest transformations.